Hello and welcome to this episode of The Good, The Bad and The Odds. This week we're going to be doing something slightly different. We're going to be doing a commentary on a TV episode, and the TV episode is from Star Trek the original series, and the episode is Amok Time. And joining me today is not just Sam,
Right.
but we're joined by my other son, who's Max.
Hiya.
Hiya. Right, so we're going to start the episode now. What I've got is a version of the slightly remastered version that's been showing on one of the channels here. So there's some slightly different effects, which I'll point out as we go along, if there's any significant ones. So I'm just about to start now. And then we start with the USS Enterprise. What do you think of this ship, guys? It's a bit different from a lot of ships you see.
Yeah, it is.
They went to a lot of trouble of getting a completely unique design for all sorts of things. They didn't want to get a rocket ship. They didn't want a space, a flying saucer shape. So they kind of combined them into the Enterprise.
It's just really original. It's completely different.
Yeah, and it's very iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So right now we got McCoy speaking about he's a bit worried about Spock because he's being a bit irrational and he's not eating. And there's Captain Kirk looking very cool. And there we see Nurse Chapel. Now, Nurse Chapel, the actress who plays Nurse Chapel, has probably been in more episodes in Star Trek than anyone. Any ideas why?
Why?
She plays the voice of the computer in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh.
She also plays the mother of Councillor Troy. She's kind of got a crush on Picard, but he won't have any of it. But she keeps insisting that he's madly in love with her. There you go. She was also married. She was married to the creator of Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry. So she's got a big Star Trek history.
Yeah.
So we got Kirk and McCoy talking about Spock. Oh. And Spock's just thrown the soup out the door.
And he goes mental. Just seen Captain Kirk.
So who's your favourite character then?
Well, the most popular is Mr. Spock by far.
Yeah, but do you like Mr. Spock?
Yeah.
What about Kirk?
He's pretty funny too sometimes.
He's quite cool, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's very. I always like Kirk. He's very energetic. He brings a lot of sort of even boring episodes when he's on it. He's always quite kind of entertaining. And here we are. We have the famous beginning credits. Now this episode is a first in lots of different ways, and as it comes up, I'll point them out. It's the first of season 2. There were 3 seasons of Star Trek, 79 episodes, and this is the opening for season 2. And this is a remaster version, so it looks really nice.
Wow.
Planets. I think that we're looking at a red planet it's circling around, which I think is Vulcan, actually, in this. And also this is the first time they had singing at the beginning credits, I believe. So they've changed the sound, they changed the music a bit. I think it's a slightly longer credit sequence. And also, this is the first time DeForest Kelly, who plays Dr. McCoy, is in the beginning credits, so there's lots of firsts. There's a few more, and I'll talk you through them as we go.
What else has DeForest Kelly been in?
Not much. He's been in some films. I think he was actually in a film called Gunfight the OK Corral, which was actually the centrepiece of one of the episodes called Spectre of the Gun. But, I mean, he's really most famous for this by far, there's not much else he's done, like any of them, really. Leonard Nimoy's made a career as a director and has been very good. Yeah. And he's in The Dark of the Moon, the new Transformers film.
He's the Sentinel Prime.
I believe so. And I believe this particular episode is in that film. A little clip of it. For some reason, I haven't seen Transformers 3 and I don't intend to, but apparently this episode's in it for a short little while.
Yeah, Transformers 3 doesn't look as good as the others, does it?
I think it looks better.
Yeah,
Maybe Fox isn't in it, that's an up.
Well, yeah, I haven't heard anything good about it, really. But as I say,
I've heard it's better than the other two.
Well, I haven't. I've heard the first one's still the best one. Oh,
Ooh.
now Spock's getting really a bit cross. What do you think of the new Star Trek film, Max?
I really liked how they got actors to play the doubles.
Do you think they were
What?
good in their roles?
Yeah, they looked a lot like the originals.
Yeah, and they acted like them too. What about you, Sam? Do you like the
Yeah,
new Star
I
Trek?
liked Zachary Quinto.
He
Spock.
was really good as Spock, wasn't he? He
Yeah.
was really good.
Oh, and I also liked how they got the original Leonard Nimoy to play Spock from the future.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy's always really good as Spock.
Yeah.
This episode here shows up quite a lot of talent and acting ability
Yeah.
because he plays a slightly different Spock. And even though he's trying to act like a normal Spock, you can see he's a man conflicted with himself. And it's a very good performance, I think.
And in the new one, it also shows like before Kirk became the captain, he's really like easygoing, and at the start,
we were talking about Spock.
Oh, that's alright, you can talk about Kirk.
like he just likes to have fun more.
Yeah, he likes getting into fights. He never surrender. One of the characteristics of Kirk is he hates surrendering. He believes there's no such thing as loot. There's always a way to win. That's one of his defining characteristics. And he doesn't like apologising and so on. Whereas Picard would like say, "Okay, I was wrong" or something like that. Kirk would never do anything like that. He'd rather die, probably.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's another shot of the Enterprise, really nice and clear. Unlike the scratched up grainy stuff you used to see in the episodes.
Yeah.
There's another first in this episode, which is Chekhov's. This is the first time you see Chekhov in the series. He came in on this one for a couple of reasons. Jules Decoe plays Sulu, was off doing a film. Now he is in some episodes in the second series, but he just couldn't be around so much. So they got in a second pilot, and that was Chekhov. And
Didn't they change Sulu's role on the front panel as well?
Say again?
Didn't they change his role on the front panel, like he was some sort of something else other than pilot as well?
No, he's always just done that. He was in it. He's wearing a wig here. Yeah.
Big Elvis.
It's a really bad wig. It took a few episodes to get it. Yeah, exactly. He was brought in. You hit the nail on the head. He was brought in because the producers wanted to try and appeal. The monkeys got really big around the same time as this, and they wanted to appeal to the crowd that watch the monkeys. So they got a guy who looked like Davy Jones, and they made him Russian. He's Russian because apparently the Russians complained there was no Russians in Star Trek. And they were like prominent in the space race and that, but I think that was just publicity from I don't think the Russians would give a two hoots about whether they were in Star Trek or not. But so Chekhov was on this in the first time. Here we see Kirk wandering about trying to get his friend Spock to Vulcan because he's got a bit mad. So he's talking about changing the path, and he's found out Spock has changed it already. What did you think of the film, Sam? The new film?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, it was very good. I thought it was a really excellent way of doing things, and I liked how the fact they rebooted the entire timeline, so they don't have to do any of this stuff.
No.
I've heard in the next film that there's talk of Khan being in it, but we'll see.
But
I think they should just stick to completely different characters. Khan's kind of a hard act.
The Romulans were a good enemy.
Yeah, the Romulans would be a good enemy.
Who do you think
Klingons,
if there was a Khan, who do you think it should be?
It's got to be someone really sort of masculine and authoritative. Russell Crowe? Someone like
I can see that.
Yeah, someone like that.
Also,
Someone older, but still sort of fairly aggressive and obviously intelligent, who can convey intelligence.
Yeah.
Lord knows what sort of accent Russell Crowe brings to it, though. After his Robin Hood weird wandering accent. Now here's Spock confessing that he can't control himself.
I could explain.
Kirk's pushing him, and he's not happy about giving the answer. Now, I haven't read many books about Star Trek, but I have read William Shatner's memoirs of this and the films. And one of the things that came to light in that was something he was shocked about was how everyone really didn't like him for a number of reasons. He tended to dominate the scripting. So if people had lines that he thought he should be delivering, he'd say, "Oh, I should be getting that line." So he was cutting into other people's lines, which meant they had less screen presence. And he was a terrible practical joker of the worst kind too, and used to drive them all nuts. So there's a few reasons they didn't like him. However, I thought he made a good Captain Kirk.
He was a good Captain Kirk. Evidently not that sort of friendly on set. But
Well, apparently they were, but it's afterwards he found out that there was problems. It's just like one of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, the first version of Star Trek, there wasn't Captain Kirk, it was Captain Pike, who we saw in the film.
Yeah.
Captain Pike in the film. That was played by an actor called Jeffrey Hunt, who was like a serious... Well, he was more a matinee idol. He was a film actor, and he was okay. But actually, I'm glad that the network didn't like it, but still liked the idea, so they wanted to try it differently. And I think Jeffrey Hunter wasn't available, so they got on William Shatner. And I think he's much better suited to this because he brings an energy to it, you know. So there we see Mr. Sulu and Chekhov. Chekhov was very popular, actually. And I think he was a good fit into the crew. He was the last new regular, if you know what I mean. I believe there was another one called Yeoman Rand, who sort of assisted Captain Kirk. She wasn't in many episodes, and I think she may have been in series 1, but I can't remember. She may have been after this.
She was in an episode where Kirk got cloned.
Yeah, that's right. She was the enemy within. That's right. Oh, that was in season 1. Yeah, so she was in season 1. So McCoy's just told Kirk that Spock's going to die if they don't get back to Vulcan. So Kirk's not happy about that. He's not having that. There's no way. I do like these new remaster ones. They're a lot clearer than the ones I used to have, especially when it comes to the spaceship shots. Another first in this episode, we'll come to it, is we actually see Vulcan on the surface. That was the first time, and I think it might be the only time in the original series you actually see Vulcan on the surface, and that was replicated in some of the films.
This Vulcan.
It's a good Vulcan, is it? Red?
No, it's red, but when you see the Vulcans, you imagine like some sort of like incredibly highly developed.
But they're not, are they? They're very ritualistic and
sort of ritualistic, but
and
very high. They were the people that introduced the humans to the Federation.
They were, yes.
They have
in First Contact. It's a Vulcan that lands, yes.
Yeah, but I imagine them to have like huge sprawling cities and
skyscrapers.
Yeah, they're very
small areas.
There's not many Vulcans, are there, compared to like humans, I suppose.
No, but in this, it's just wasteland.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, and Vulcan's shown like that in some of the movies.
In the newer film, I think they did it much better. They had a sort of combination.
Yeah, it was rocky, but it wasn't
rocky,
bright red
but there was
sky.
Like cities. If you looked on the sky,
they were integrated into the rock, weren't they?
Yeah.
As well? Yes. And that you see kind of stuff like that in the animated series. There's a kind of rocky, but you see a complex sort of city in the rock too. What are you laughing about? I'm just telling you. Right. Also, another first. This is the first time we see Spock's room properly, and you can see it kind of looks. It kind of looks weird and old-fashioned and sort of gothy. It's all red, and you can see there's a weird statue.
Yeah.
And glowing red lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Spock's 3D chess sort of thing.
You're a fan of that, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever gets beat, does he? He never gets beat.
And he can play it on his own.
Yeah. You see, he's got the weird glowing light in his room.
Yeah.
What a weird room that is. So that's another.
It's the statue from Aladdin, holding the gem.
It does look a bit like that, yes.
Dodge, not
right now we've got a bit of the old finding out what's going on. So he's ashamed of this. He's going to be talking about Pon Farr, where the Vulcan has a drive to meet their mate. It's like very late adolescence almost. It's very odd. And in film 3, Search for Spock, there's a young Spock who's aging rapidly, so he hits Pon Farr about every hour, and it's like, oh, imagine going through that. Yeah. And you can see Kirk's trying to coax out. Yeah. So he's talking about the fact that it's all logic all the time, but they have to go through this every 7 years. In fact, he never says 7 years during this episode.
I thought he said 11.
He says 7.
Oh.
He never mentioned 7 years in this episode. He mentioned it in a later episode, and it's been part of Star Trek lore now. But the point is, you don't know if it's 7 Earth years or 7 Vulcan years, and no one knows what a Vulcan year is anyway, so it could be anything really. It's obviously not that frequent, but it's a big deal for them.
Should try and find out how long a Vulcan year is.
Well, we'll Google it after this. But I reckon it means 7 Earth years myself. Because knowing Mr. Spock, he doesn't make a fuss about stuff. If he says 7 years to a human, he probably means 7 Earth years. But you don't know. This is often considered, certainly in the top 10 Star Trek episodes of the original series. I can see that, but and a lot of people consider it in the top 2. The second best one. The first one's one called A City on the Edge Forever, which I think we watched, where they go back in time into the 1930s.
Oh yeah,
and
I've seen that one.
McCoy goes mad.
He does, because he takes a weird drug by mistake.
Yeah.
And he goes sort of mad and paranoid, and they have to try and follow him to rescue him.
Beams himself down onto a planet, and he jumps through a time portal, and they have to go after him.
That's right. And it turns out it's the 1930s, and it affects the course of history. So they have to take action, or in fact not take action is what they have to do to stop this lady
from living.
From living, just allow her to die when they could actually act and save her, but affect the whole history.
That would.
Now, Spock's explaining it's a bit like salmon having to spawn and things like that. So that's Pon Farr. Now, a lot of TV shows have sort of parodied this. We watched one recently, didn't we? Futurama.
Oh yeah, Futurama.
An episode called Why Must
Let's play the national anthem.
I wish we had that national anthem. Don't you wish we had that national anthem?
Have it as a ringtone.
Yeah. Well, I have actually, but never mind. Forget that. And they call it clawpaw.
Clawpaw.
Clawpaw. And there is even a weapon like the one they fight with in this, isn't there? Which they don't use.
Big staff. They're like spike balls with their cloth.
Or a giant nutcracker.
Giant nutcrackers, and they use the nutcracker. And there's Uhura. Uhura never had a first name in the original series. I think it's in the film.
That she just said Uhura.
But she has got a first name in the film, and I don't think Sulu ever had a first name either.
But Mr. Sulu, really.
The Star Trek laws brought out, they have got names now. I don't know what they are, but they have got names now. Oh, it's Spock! Look! Oh, he's just beat the hell out of a monitor.
Who's that?
That's an admiral. Kirk's asking them to divert to Vulcan, and the admiral's refusing it. Basically,
that doesn't stop Kirk.
No, it doesn't. Well, it's
never
friendship is important. Now, what do you think of? You haven't seen that many episodes. I appreciate
I haven't.
That, Max, and you, Sam. But there's a specific dynamic with Spock, Kirk, and McCoy.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Whereas Kirk's the one who has to make the decisions and the leader. Spock, it takes his logical side and rational side, and McCoy talks about his morality and feelings.
And shouts, damn it, Jim.
Say again?
And shouts, damn it, Jim. And shouts, damn it, Jim.
Shouts, damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor. Have you noticed the weird skulls that the Doctor's got at the back of his office?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's really odd, isn't it?
that is.
I don't know what that's meant to be. I hadn't noticed that before.
Oh.
So now Kirk's deciding he's going to take Spock no matter what the Admiral says, and he'll have to face the because he's his friend. Now this is a theme that comes up time and again, and it's especially really important in the films, in number 2, 3 and 4. That they do things for friendship, not because they have to. Right, so they're going to Vulcan now.
Yeah.
And Chekhov anticipated it and said it's already laid in. So he goes, okay, right.
Yeah.
He's not looking happy though, Kirk, is he?
No.
And here's a weird little set. Look at what's on his walls. There's a dagger, like an axe thing, is it?
A dagger, an axe, some sort of what looks
Weird
like a didgeridoo.
And there's a head, like
A few
Well, a
teeth.
helmet thing.
yeah, sort of vase head thing.
Now, Nurse Chapel has the hots for Mr. Spock.
Yeah.
And he actually talks about we shouldn't deny our feelings here, which is a kind of an odd thing because it doesn't get resolved in any way. And Spock's what's he doing? It'd be illogical to protest our natures, he's saying. Now, if it's Captain Kirk, he would have kissed her by now.
Yeah. By now, we would have started by kissing her.
Whereas Spock's a deeper
just
kind
woken
of
up.
fellow. He's just wiping her tear away. Did he just say your face is wet? Did I miss that?
I think you might have.
Yeah, that's a bit cheesy, but never mind. What is this earth thing called love? It'll be nice. Look how well Leonard Nimoy's playing this. Yeah? He's being rational, but you can tell it isn't a normal Spock here. He's twitchy, even though he's being on the surface all good.
Sort of show the natures. Instead of holding his hands like he usually does behind his back,
Yeah.
it's in front, and
Right, and then we
rubbing
just
his hands.
rubbing
look at
them
that shot.
together.
There's a shot of Vulcan with a polar cap.
Oh
See
yeah.
that ice? So it's not just all hot. It's been said, apparently, since this stopped airing as a national broadcast, went into syndication, which means it was sold on to other stations, there is not a single 24 hours that have passed where there wasn't an episode of Star Trek playing on some TV channel. So that's how popular this particular series is.
Whoa.
I don't think there's ever been a TV series this popular, and it was one of the odd ones that the more it was repeated,
More popular.
the more popular and the more viewers were tuned into it, and they could actually charge more and more per episode, more and more per set of showings for a channel. They kept reselling it and reselling it and
They must
reselling
have
it.
got millions from that.
Well, I read it was $1 million an episode, but I reckon it's probably more than that because they must have spent. I don't know what their budgets were. Say 50,000 an episode. I really don't know though. It's probably more than that.
So 50.
They did it. They do it as cheaply as they could. Like they don't have a shuttle, they have the transporter.
Yeah, I think
Just
it was
to save
actually
money.
something like $200,000 an episode, but they must have made more than $1 million an episode on resales. I'm sure. I don't know, to be honest. Oh, they're just about to talk to her.
Spock's. They met as kids, like future husband and wife.
Yeah, that's his future wife. That's T'Pring. Now, there's a lot of criticism about how the last series of Star Trek was called Enterprise, and it was set before this. It was set with a Captain Archer, the very first voyages of the Enterprise, when they first got warp drive. And in that, the Vulcans are a bit shady, a bit shifty, very crafty, and a lot of people say, well, they're not like the series Vulcans, the original series. That's just silly, really. But this woman here, she comes up with some really crafty stuff in this episode.
Yeah.
It shows that Vulcans aren't all sweetness and light. Like Spock. Spock is probably a shining example of the best of Vulcans, whereas T'Pring shows how
Be
clever
evil.
they are, how crafty they can be too. Oh look, and they're beaming onto Vulcan now. Look at that, it's a red sky. And
Just
this is a new
mountains.
CGI shot. They're going over a chasm
Chasm.
of rock. You can see them walking against a red sky, and they're going into the
Wow.
battle area. That is all new. That wasn't in the original one.
Well,
It
they
looks
They
really
just sort
good,
of go
doesn't
to
it?
the
That look-
cut straight to the original.
Quite good.
Yeah, that is really good. And now they're going into the arena.
There's like
Like the most bizarre
wind
marriage.
chimes everywhere.
There's chimes and all sorts, yeah. And they bring out these bells that
The
they
tension
shake.
bells.
The tension bells. So, like, Vulcans, they're intelligent and so on and so forth, but they've got these, like, primitive things going on in their society.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking over it, but there was a point where Spock, they were in a lift together, and Spock said, I can only take my closest friends, and he asked Kirk to go with him, and often Spock and McCoy just don't get on, they argue like everything, and he actually says to McCoy, I would like you to come too, and McCoy's response was, I would be honoured, sir. He treated very respectfully, because he knew that it means a lot to Spock. So even though they argue and they fight, when it comes down to it, they respect each other. So we're finding out he's not quite married, even though he said he was. He's more than a betrothal, but less than a marriage. So this is to seal the marriage or bring up other issues
Yeah.
which will be coming up. Now in this episode they talk about Vulcan being warmer, having thinner atmosphere and so on. So it's slightly different conditions. And though you can't see it, they don't look particularly hot. They talk about sort of it's feeling hot and close and stuff.
Yeah.
You can hear the tension
Oh, I can hear the
bells.
tension bells.
It's like the ripples in the puddle. You know it's coming.
Yeah, it's like the ripples in Jurassic Park Cup.
Or like here.
There.
See a glass of water.
You've seen a few episodes now.
Oddest
Max?
sounding
Yeah.
gong ever.
Yeah, it's a weird sounding one.
It sounds like a horn.
What's your favourite episode, do you think?
I'd say.
The tension bells first.
Yeah. Doesn't matter about the leader. Bring in the bells.
Bring the bells, yeah. They are very odd, these bells. So
Normally
the-
a procession like this should have guards at the front. But no, the bells will
No,
protect
they
her.
are guards, but with bells. They're called guards with bells.
You
It's
shall not pass.
Uh-oh.
It's a touch of the there is a touch of the Mines of Moria about this. We're hearing the music now, aren't we? So that's T'Pau, the only person to ever turn down a Federation seat. So you guys know, there was a band called T'Pau in the 80s because the female singer, lead singer, was a Trekkie. She wanted to call the band T'Pau after Spock's grandmother. Look at that!
What on
They got
earth?
some weird old
What?
stuff in Vulcan. Look, there's men
So that's
dressed
like a
in weird
spike and with
armour.
a shirt collar.
So this is T'Pau. Now there's some stories. She's doing the Vulcan gesture there.
They had to tape her hand, didn't they?
Yeah, well, there's different stories. William Shatner, I think, said they had to tape her hand up to get it in the right position, whereas Leonard Nimoy says she had to get her hand positioned just off shot, just before she raised it, so she could do it right. That is the first time we see the Vulcan hand gesture. You know, the four fingers separated into two thing,
Then we see it in
which
the second
apparently was based on like a Jewish ceremony movement. So Leonard Nimoy introduced it.
But I didn't even watch Jewish. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, he must be, because no, I didn't really. But that's what I read. So yeah, I guess he must be.
That rings
Now this
ages ago.
lady here is Austrian, so she speaks in a slightly different accent, but she brings a certain sort of. She's very serious
Regality.
and stern. Yeah, so you almost feel like you're watching a proper Vulcan, whereas Spock is tempered by being a bit human.
Yeah.
So she's a bit cross about Outworlders being there, but Spock pledges to be responsible with his life.
Yeah.
She was very good in this, I think. She conveyed a lot of sort of gravitas. I'm not sure she understood any of the stuff
Kept
she
it
was actually
serious.
But yeah. She's an interesting woman. I read about her today, which I didn't know. She was married to an actor called Peter Lorre that you guys wouldn't know, but he was a very big and
sounds
famous
familiar.
actor. He's been in a lot of films. He was like a little short fat guy, but he was kind of creepy and odd and.
Name a few of his films, right?
And you couldn't.
Ooh.
It wasn't a sort you.
Tension
laugh at.
Bells.
Tension bells. Yeah. And I got this weird.
Nicolas Cage there.
She won't. He does look like Nicolas Cage. You're right. I look at that. She won't let him bang their gong to say they're married.
Spock goes off in a mard.
So Spock's getting even more and more mad now.
Honestly, at this point, I can't tell whether that thing in that shot, I couldn't tell whether that thing you had was like a huge scythe or a banner.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
it look
it
like-
looked
well,
like
it's a
sort of
sword,
like a
isn't it?
flag. It's basically
It's a big swordy thing. Well, it's not a sword. It's a
it
big
looked like
bladed thing. It's an
butter
axe.
spreader or something giant.
A knife.
Yeah.
I find this
that
is
on
a
his
weird
face?
old thing in that she never actually tells Kirk they're going to fight to the death. She just doesn't say this fight's to the death until it's too late. And I think that's a bit mean, isn't it? She
Yeah.
could say this is a fight to the death. You might want to just clear off, mate. Kinda. Is now
That
Spock's
black
got blood
cow.
fever.
Right.
We've all had it.
The precious.
Yes. I do like Leonard Nimoy in this one. I think he's really good. Sorry, we were talking about. So, what's your favourite episode you see?
I can't remember the name. It was one where Sulu and a couple of other guys are stuck on the planet, and it's
Oh, with the
turned
two
Oh,
into,
Kirks.
the
like,
enemy
minus-
within, where there's a bad Kirk
there's
and a
bad
good Kirk.
Kirk.
And the bad Kirk has thick mascara, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Lots of close-ups of him. And there's a good Kirk who
Turns
can't
to
make his mind up
captain.
about anything. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I like that. We only watched it the other day, didn't we? So,
Ooh, tension bells.
yay. What about you, Sam? What's your favourite episode?
My favourite one's the one with the what are they called? It's the 4 aliens, and they teach them about senses. Like one gets Scotty
by
gets
any
a
other
drunk.
name. By
Yeah.
any other name. That's a really.
Nicolas Cage again.
That's a kind of minor one, but it's good fun. Maybe we should do a commentary of that one sometime because there's such a lot. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I've got a story about that one, which is I used to have that on Super 8. I
Super
actually
8?
bought an
What's Super 8?
It's like a film, a reel of film,
Oh.
and you have a projector and you feed it through.
That's what they're called.
I used to have an episode that's really sad. I had an episode of Star Trek, and the one you just mentioned was the episode I had. So that episode is probably the one I've seen the most number of times because I had bought it and I was going to watch it and get my money's worth. So I must have watched it 20 times, probably more. Look, there's Captain Kirk looking cool, thinking Ash, and now he's just been picked.
Ooh, his face is priceless there.
Even T'Pau's a bit cross. Nicolas Cage, yeah. He's gonna get. Uh-oh.
Tension.
Tension bells.
You can shout that whenever the bells go.
Yep.
Tension.
It's tense. It's interesting that she used these and thous and things like that, like old-fashioned English.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite gel, does it? It's very odd.
All this going on, Spock's just sort of standing there in the corner.
Well, he's in the blood fever. Well, you're paying attention.
He's probably
Yeah, I
trying to
was.
hold
With his
himself.
eyes throwing it back in his head and things.
He's probably trying to hold himself.
Look, he's saying to her now. He
Sam
doesn't
can do that,
understand.
make his eyes
Watch,
go
watch,
back
watch
into
that.
his head.
She could just tell him, couldn't she? You know,
It's a
she'd
fight
be
to the
much.
death. If you want to back out,
that'd
you
ruin the
can.
whole episode, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So she tells him you can back out if you want, and after that, like
to the death.
5 minutes later, oh by the way, this is to the death.
Oh,
So Kirk's doing it because he thinks he could. What was it? I can't remember now.
Give
Does
up.
he say he think he
throw
could
the fight.
throw the fight to let Spock win,
Yeah.
or possibly overcome Spock but not have to kill him? Maybe it's never clear. But
Then
then they
she
find
says-
it's to the death, so it's like, I'm in trouble.
I've won. I've knocked him out. This is to the death, by the way.
Oh, is Spock going at it? My heart is flame.
Creepy voice.
Now, apparently there was a lot of trouble with Spock, the character Spock, until he became really popular, and he became popular pretty quickly. In that the network execs thought he looked a bit satanic, and America there was a big Midwest, religious Midwest, as there is still kind of is, and they wanted to get rid of that, and they kept wanting to get rid of him, but Gene Roddenberry wouldn't let him because he wanted something always alien on the bridge to remind you you're in space, really. But Spock then got really big. You know, he was the most popular character after Kirk. Or he might have been even more popular than Kirk.
He was the most popular
Yeah,
character.
and then they stopped moaning because, you know, when you have a really popular character, you don't do anything about it.
Well, unless you're Fox, but
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that.
That's like taking, I don't know, Bugs Bunny out of the
Exactly, it's like taking the Fonz out of Happy Days.
tension.
Or SpongeBob out of SpongeBob. Tension. McCoy's trying to talk him out of it because they're not binding on him, but they still don't know it's to the death yet.
Dad's already mentioned Kirk doesn't back out of a fight.
Well, he probably would if he knew it's to the death because he's
Yeah.
got the option, but he wants to do it because he wants to help Spot. He doesn't, but he doesn't realise. it's to the
Tension.
death. Here we go. We get some weird camera angles now,
Tension.
and they're playing the theme tune of Zoidberg's
Tension. Tension.
Oh,
Whoa, fireworks.
Exploded. Look, Kirk's sweating a bit there because it's hot and thin-haired and stuff. So he wants to impress the T'Pau as well. That's quite important.
Try and like make her like want to help the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Wait, what was done?
Hey?
That was. She just went. It is done.
No,
After
she
the-
said Kirk decide. So here she goes. So they've got the leer pole, which is like a big pole
Yeah.
with a sieve at one end and a big cotton bud made of metal
Ooh.
at the other.
Oh, that looks threatening. That looks quite threatening.
Basically got a boxing.
That
glove
looks
on it.
threatening now.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
As that. Oh, it doesn't look so threatening.
Kirk's just looking at it.
Yeah, it's
See,
not
it looks
great, is it?
very dangerous like that, but now it's just. It looks like some
Look
sort
at
of.
Spock. Spock's basically just looking at the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
Now
just
she
started
says.
to the death. That's great, isn't it? He's sweating now. Yeah. And there's a mad looking
Precious.
Spock waiting to fire.
Now I can understand why they thought it looked kind of satanic.
Yes. He's not ready to give up, is he, much? Oh, they've got the blade
Wait,
out.
what?
McCoy
What
now.
display?
Yeah, display of protesting.
Ooh, they have to do it.
Tension.
Here we go. The fight starts.
Ooh.
See if you can spot where the stuntmen come in. They're not there.
Not there.
So what
Now
What
they're
do
there.
you think of the groovy sash that Spock's rocking? Oh, there's the obligatory slash
He
to
just
the
stood
chest.
there. Huh?
Got a big slash to the chest. That was lucky. Been
Oh,
a few inches closer, that would have been it, mate.
It looked like I barely felt that. You just sort of looked down at it.
These are stuntmen.
Yeah, they're stuntmen, yeah. Oh, it's just broke the gong. Oh, that's not good. Still rings, though.
Ooh.
Oh, he's managed to get Spock's weapon off of him.
Oh.
What do you think of the groovy music? Isn't it great?
What is
Yeah.
that stuff on the floor near there?
I don't know, I can't see it.
I thought it was like some sort of shadow.
It looks
when
like...
it was
Well, it's
showing the whole
shiny,
thing.
isn't it? It's... don't know, rocks.
Oh,
Shiny
that's
rocks.
stuntman.
Ooh. Oh, that was close. Right. There we go. She's interfering. Now she's stopped them fighting with the first weapon, which was called a lurper.
Lurpak.
Lurper. And,
That sounds more Klingon than.
yeah. Now, McCoy now is asking for him to be given a stimulant to make it a fairer fight because the air's too thin and it's way too warm for him.
You may proceed.
The thing about those costumes is they don't have any pockets. So, like, what if they
No,
find
they
something
don't.
extremely interesting, or like on a science mission, something that
You
they
have to
did?
carry it.
It's like a, hey, you there, carry that stool, collect that stool sample.
Yeah, I think I'll just leave it. Thanks. Yeah. I think they have got pockets, I'm not sure.
Be careful, sound medical advice.
Now they got this is
Tension.
the tension bells, and this is a really weird
Ooh.
weapon. It's like a bit of material with
Basically,
I
a
can't even
sort of
see. It's like a sash.
whip
Oh no, it's got a
thing.
whip thing. Yeah,
It's basically
It is just the whip thing.
its whip's made out of canvas.
yeah, it's sort of like
Oh, and it could
an
be.
old-fashioned sling.
Oh, it whistles too. Whee!
Whoa!
Oh,
He's got Kirk down already. They're trying to beat him.
Where do you pull him off?
tug of war.
Now we're just watching, aren't we? We're not commenting at all. Yeah, let's go around the neck. That'll be it.
Oh,
Now he's trying to put his head in the fire.
I thought that fire was like religious or something. Yeah,
Still?
sacrifice.
Oh, he's
I doubt if you're in a blood rage you care whether the fire that's next to you is religious.
Well,
Yeah.
oh,
Quite sudden death there.
Spock strangled.
I think it's done really well. It's quite an exciting fight. Even now, it's kind of
Yeah.
exciting. I know we see the stuntmen, but
Spock.
it was done well, wasn't it?
Spock's gone back to normal.
Well, he realised what he's
Nicolas
done. It's a
Cage.
terrible thing to do.
Oh,
Yes, I'll treat the medical patient by kneeling right on top of him there.
I'll just look at him some more.
And there's another first in this episode, which is coming up shortly, which is the Vulcan phrase "live long and prosper." That phrase was used for the first time in this episode. There's McCoy beaming up.
I just love the sound the
What the pips?
communicators make when they open it.
It's quite cool, ain't it? Yeah.
I think by the development of the flip phone, all Star Trek fans sort of just went nuts. It's just like,
They
yeah,
just had to
we're in,
have a flip phone.
So now, Mr. Spock's in command because the captain's dead.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Even though he killed the captain.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. He's the next in line, but he will be giving himself up. He says. Those weird helmets. I think they were reused from. There was an earlier episode in season 1 with Romulans had a strange helmets, and I think those are the same ones. So he's asking to Pring why she picked Kirk, and she explains in a very rational, logical way how it was a win-win for her to pick Kirk, which shows the crafty side of Vulcan.
Because she would have got the man.
She would have got Nicolas Cage anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Cage.
And she didn't want to. And again, this highlights a weird thing about the Vulcans. They go on about being logical and not having feelings, but she wants to be with another another man instead of picking Spock.
So instead of
and those
like,
must be
just
because of
telling
feelings,
him,
mustn't it?
So instead of just telling him, she makes up a whole plan.
Well, no, because of that's because of traditions. But she'd worked out a way of coming out of it fine anyway by exploiting those traditions. And then she knew he'd go back, even if he won and carried on. She'd still have all his property. He'd be gone, and that Nicolas Cage guy that is called Ston would be left. Now, I don't know if it's entirely true, but it seems like all Vulcan males have a name beginning with S, and all Vulcan females almost certainly have a name beginning with T, and often like that, T'Pau, T'Pring, and so on. Which is a bit weird.
Do they just have single names, or?
No, they have another name, but it's supposed to be unpronounceable. Spock, in another episode, Spock talks about having a name, and a woman asks him what it is, and he says you won't be able to pronounce it, or something like that. I could be wrong. That's a memory. Here we go. Live long and prosper. There you go. He can't live long and prosper. That's some great acting there.
Oh, she's not happy.
Well, she's a Vulcan.
They are never happy.
And then he's going up.
They're
Well,
sad
you
either,
say they're never happy. What's this?
Well,
look, and there's a shot again of the
it's a
arena
Vulcan, not half
from
Vulcan.
distance. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And there's
Whoa.
Vulcan from space. It's also cool. There's Nurse Chapel. And Mr. Spock about to give himself up. Spock, and Luke always trying to interrupt him from speaking. So you like this episode, Max?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? What about you, Sal?
Yeah, I like it.
Wee.
Yeah, there's a distinct
Oh.
smile. There's a smile from Spock.
Ah,
And everyone's looking at him.
That
But he's
smile.
regained his composure.
if I swear it's the first time he's ever
I'm pleased.
No.
What?
They're explaining how Kirk's alive.
He didn't give him a shot
Now,
for like.
He gave him a
help him
neuroparalysis
breathe.
to knock him out in a part of fight. Good timing, lucky timing. That.
Yeah.
Oh, I just happened to have that on me.
You don't know these doctors. They've got all sorts.
Yes.
He's explaining why he's just come back. And then Kirk
That's
manages
exactly
to get
the same sound effect that
that's
they use
right.
in the 1960s Batman, but we don't.
Really?
Yeah,
The whistling?
yeah. They use it on in the film when.
Oh, in the
they're on-
submarine. Yeah, it's a submarine
Yeah.
call, that's why. Now we find out Kirk's not in trouble because T'Pau put a message requesting they divert back to the Federation. They can't turn her down. She's too important.
Yeah.
So he's got off the hook as well. And then now they're going to their ceremony.
What ceremony?
Oh, some presidential ceremony, declaring a new president or something. Yeah. And McCoy's trying to pick why he was happy. And and now McCoy gets the final word on it. No, he doesn't. Let's go mind the store, says Kirk. Yes.
Smirks.
And there they are leaving Vulcan.
That's it.
It's a good episode, that, wasn't it?
Why does it have that weird glowing swirly thing on the engine?
Don't know, it's just an effect. It's always there.
For show.
So, there we go. So that's our commentary of
Celia.
Amok Time. And that was your first podcast, mate?
Lawrence
Did you enjoy it?
Montague.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good, good. And they always show shots of old and sometimes episodes.
I love how they did
What?
this in the Futurama episode.
Did
where
they?
Yeah, they
I
did.
don't remember that.
During the end of the Star Trek Futurama episode, they did like loads of parody stuff.
Oh, in the when
Yeah,
no
well,
man has gone before. Was
yeah,
that what it was called?
like
Something
the,
like that.
the villain
shows
in
their
it was a
heads.
gas man, and he turned into a hand and grabbed the
And
shit.
they replaced Scotty
And then they
with
did
Welshie.
this alien as Kif.
And they made
That is a
Scotty
very
into
creepy
Welshie.
alien.
So,
Yeah,
I'm a Welshie.
no Scotty, just Welshie,
Oh shit! Yeah.
who keeps
Yeah.
getting electrocuted even though he's dead.
Right. So that winds up this particular podcast, and I guess that's goodbye from me. And
See ya.
and
So yeah.
all right. Bye.